All right, so welcome everybody to Math 102 Everyday Data. I'm Matt Husky, and what we're going to do is look over the stuff that's in Canvas as well as the syllabus for our course. So if you log into Canvas, if you want to follow along here on the left side, you will see the link to the syllabus page. And so there is the document. You can open that up and we'll kind of look over this and see what's in here. So you'll find my name, and then if you want to get in touch with me, my email address is right there. It is mhusky1@maryville.edu. So just make sure you spell Husky correctly. Some people have a tendency to put an E in my last name, and I'm not altogether sure why. I know people spell it that way, but mine is spelled just like the breed of dog. And then there's also a digit 1 there because I guess my last name wasn't long enough that they had to start numbering me off when they made my email. But anyway, so it's mhusky1@Maryville. That's how you can get in touch with me. For my office hours, those are going to be hosted through Zoom digitally. The office hours, I'll have more information for you about that. Those are going to happen Monday and Wednesday from 12 to 1. And I mean 12 noon, not like midnight. So Monday and Wednesday from 12 to 1, that's when I'm going to have my office hours. And that's going to be hosted through Zoom. I'll have a separate Zoom link that will be for my office hours, and it'll be called office hours. So if you want to meet with me about anything outside of class, you would be able to do that. Let's see here. The textbook is actually one that I wrote along with a couple of our colleagues. So you don't have to buy a textbook. If you go under the modules page, you'll see kind of a welcome message from me as well as a little blurb about the course. And then if you click on the thing that says textbook, it'll give you a PDF with the course textbook that goes for our class. So you can click on the PDF here. And this will be the book that you can read along and follow along with. That was written by me amongst other people. So it might take a minute to load here. But there you go. So lucky you, you don't actually have to purchase and spend your hard-earned coin. You can, your textbook is right there. So anyway, there's the textbook in all its glory. So at the very top of the modules page, there's the module that's called textbook. That's where it is. Let's see, going back to the syllabus here. So you've got kind of the description. So we're basically, there's 2 big goals of this class, one of which is to give you some exposure to the field of statistics and how to work with, interpret, and describe data. And it's also designed with teaching you Microsoft Excel. If I remember correctly, Walker 220, the classroom that we are scheduled to be in, if it's the room I'm thinking of, that should be a computer lab, which will be good. If you have your own, if you have access to your own computer that has Microsoft Excel on it, that will be good. Ideally, you'll be using either Excel 2016 or Excel 365. Those are the most recent versions. The computer lab is available to you to use Excel if you don't have your own copy. But there's going to be a heavy emphasis on how to do things in Excel. So it's not just going to be teaching you math concepts, but also try to give you some practical skills in using Microsoft Excel, which for whatever your eventual career path would definitely be a useful skill. That's kind of the stuff with the course objectives. We're going to do things through projects, maybe some presentations, and some lecture and some sort of just like traditional math activities that you might be accustomed to. So for the attendance, please make a point of maintaining regular attendance. I am going to make recordings and videos available to you. So there's kind of a odd set of circumstances for this particular semester. So if you can't make it because you're sick, just kind of let me know how you're doing. But I am going to be going out of my way to make things available to you online. If you have sort of, I know a few students have kind of contacted me and reached out to me already. If you have concerns about being on campus, just communicate that to me. I will design the course in such a way that you could theoretically complete everything online and still be successful. But just be aware that you'll need to, if you're not able to actually come to the class physically, there's going to be a lot more sort of expected on you, and that you'll have to do a lot more things on your own. But I will make an effort to make things as much as possible available to you online, that you can still be successful in that regard. Our class is also designated as a mixed attendance class. So basically what that means for when we return to in-person sessions, if your last name begins with the letters A through K, you will attend in person on Tuesday. And then the rest of you can join via Zoom. The Zoom link for our class, I'm just going to use the same Zoom link over and over again. So the one that you used to join the meeting today, just keep that somewhere. It's in the announcements page. Let me pull that up. So if you go to announcements, there's the original Zoom link that I posted for everyone. And so we'll use, just to keep things simple, we'll use that same Zoom link. It's this first session one. We'll use this same Zoom link over and over again for each of our classes going forward. So let's see here. So this Thursday, we are supposed to be back on campus like normal. So then if your last name begins with L through Z, you can join the session in person in Walker 220. The rest of you will be able to join us via Zoom. And then, like I'm doing with today's session, I will go ahead and record the Zoom meeting and then make that available to everyone at probably later that same evening, or maybe by the next day, depending on how things are going. So if you're not able to make it to the Zoom meeting as scheduled, or if you're not able to make it to the actual class, I'll make those things available to you as well. So we're going to have a lot of in-class projects, and then you'll have a a big final project due at the end of the course. The comprehensive final project is a really big deal. That is weighted as 35% of the grade. We're also going to have a number of quizzes that are 20% of the grade. All the course projects as we go along, those are 20% of the grade. There's some topic review things and also some assignments. So they're labeled in different places there. But attendance is also part of assignments. I'll kind of add that in there. But the assignments are basically like discussion boards. So like you can go on the discussion board and like ask each other questions. You could ask me questions. That's one way to communicate. But the big thing for this is basically just make sure you maintain good attendance. And if you're not able to come to a Zoom session or to the in-person class, just send me an email. Just give me a sense of, that you're not going to be able to make it. And we can kind of have a conversation, a back and forth just about what you'll need to make sure you get completed for that week of the class. So just stay in touch and let me know how you're doing if you're not able to make it. Let's see. So there's homework assignments. So please make sure that you complete things in a timely fashion. The lowest 3 homework assignments will be dropped at the end of the semester. Please submit things on time. And let's see, there's also going to be 7 in-class quizzes. And with those, with the quizzes, you'll basically have like a window of time to complete them. So I think the first one is coming up next week. And so it's scheduled to open on August 31st. You need to have it completed by September 4th. And for the quizzes, those are not something where you necessarily have to do that at a specific time. We're not going to take time during class to take quizzes and things. So that's something that you can kind of complete outside of class. My main goal for the actual class sessions is for me to interact with you and go over things with you all, and then give you a chance to ask questions and have an opportunity during the class sessions to work on the projects or the assignments, and I can answer questions and clarify things about the assignments as you go. The quizzes, you'll just have a window of time. Make sure that you finish it by the time it's due, and those are the quizzes, which are a big part of the grade there. With academic honesty, so with the quizzes, since you're going to be taking them online at home on your own time, you are allowed to use notes on them. You can also reference the textbook if you like. The only thing about that is that it does have to be your own work. You should not be working with a classmate or, like, I don't know, your brother-in-law or something. It does need to be your own work. Let's see, what else do we have here? So we've got kind of the tentative schedule here. Basically, every other week is when you can expect to have a quiz. And then the first set of weeks is a little bit different because I think the homework, well, we can just go ahead and look. Usually the assignments are kind of staggered, where like you've got a homework assignment due one week and then a quiz due the next week here. So let's see. So here's our Canvas page here. So you've got some stuff about this is kind of just review of some general math topics here. So you've got kind of a review of equations of lines, order of operations. And then you've got the first homework assignment, which is going to be due September 4th. And then we've got some more kind of review of some algebra topics. And so you've got a thing of some week 2 exercises. Those are due September 4th. You've got a homework assignment due September 4th. And then you actually also got the first quiz, which is due by September 4th as well. So with us just getting started, I actually kind of put a lot of the homework assignments due at the end of week 2 and not have something due at the end of week 1. But typically, you're going to have assignments that kind of alternate, where like 1 week you'll have a quiz and the other week you'll have a project, and then there'll be like kind of homework assignments interspersed throughout there. If you go to the different pages here for the different weeks, so like what you'll see, you'll have kind of an overview of kind of describing what the topic is for that week. And then you'll have kind of a mix of, there'll be like stuff you can read, and then this is a video here kind of going over some sample problems. And so you got like some examples that you can kind of read over. Here we go. Here's like some videos of some example problems that you can read over or that you can watch. So you've got a lot of stuff that's available to you. So that's the order of operations stuff. And then you go to the next part, you click next, and you'll have some more order of operations stuff. It's kind of taking a while to load. I think generally it doesn't like trying to load video while I'm also doing a Zoom meeting here. But anyways, there'll be resources for each of the weeks of stuff for you to kind of watch and examples for you to kind of follow along with. And what I would maybe encourage you to do, like I said, you can use notes when you take your quizzes. If I were in your position, I would suggest maybe writing the things as the video's going. And I think it'll be easier because the quizzes will have a time limit on them. And I think your time will be better served if you have something like written down that you can kind of easily flip through the pages instead of trying to wade through a whole bunch of YouTube videos and waiting for them to load, and maybe they're being slow or something. So I would definitely watch the videos, take notes, and follow along. And then you can use those notes when you take the quiz. And then with that, you can you don't have to be trying to like watch the video on the fly, because like I said, the quizzes are going to have a time limit. Let's see here. The other thing I'll mention on the subject of time limits, so I've gotten some information from like the disabilities office for people who have accommodations. If you have like an accommodation for like extended time on a test, just shoot me a quick email, because the thing to know is if you have accommodations, you are supposed to specifically request that you want to make use of them. It's not like something that happens automatically. You have to contact me and say, hey, Mr. Husky, I have this accommodation. It says I get double time on my quizzes and tests. Would you please extend the time limit for me? So, and that's fine. I'm not going to give you any grief about it. You just have to ask. And I can go in and like click some buttons and adjust what the time limit is on your quiz. So just send me an email. And again, to reiterate, my email is up here, mhusky1@Maryville. So if there's anyone to whom that applies, just let me know and we can get you taken care of. So let's see. So that's kind of largely what I wanted to spend today doing. So as we go forward, I'll spend a little bit of time in class going over things with you, maybe going over some examples with you. But our class time is mainly going to be devoted to giving you an opportunity to work and having me be there to answer your questions, but give you an opportunity to work on, you know, the homework assignments and the projects. I'm going to try to have a lot of stuff available to you ahead of time that you can watch and kind of get a sense of like how to do some of the things in Excel that we're going to be doing as the semester goes forward. And so the main emphasis on the class period is going to be sort of, you know, give you a chance to ask questions and then work on the assignments and let me know if you're having any kind of problems. So that's kind of the gist of all that I've got. So if there are any questions, I will happily take them now.